All right, so we're going to jump straight into this today. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time. Your agency, the future of your agency, will actually thank you for this time that you invest. So if there's distractions going on around you, it would be in your best interest to turn those off, right? Silence your phone maybe for a minute, turn off all the distractions, because what I'm going to give you over the next few minutes literally could transform your agency. It has done the same for us. So over the last 15 years, we've worked really hard on perfecting our proposals and structuring them in such a way that people cannot say no to what we present in these proposals. It's almost like some magic spell that we have over our prospects. And I know that sounds a bit crazy, but I'm going to walk you through exactly how we structure our proposals, and I'm going to explain to you why this works for you, for your agency, and how it can help you get to that next level. Now, here's the thing. If you're an agency owner, and if your story is anything like mine, you're in the stage or you're in the phase where it's really tough to land the bigger projects, right? You may be landing the $1,000, $2,000, maybe $5,000, maybe $6,000 projects, but how do you actually get to that next level? How do you get to 5-figure projects, even 6-figure projects on a consistent basis? And that is where we are today. So we're a multiple 7-figure agency. And I'm not telling you that to brag. I'm just telling you that to give you context, meaning this actually works for us. This is what we do day in and day out. And this is what goes into every single one of our proposals. So you probably ended up here because you saw something where I showed this proposal that we just closed for $53,000. This is for see it right here, a non-e-commerce website. And it says in here, this is going to be built on WordPress. So this is just a WordPress website that we're building for someone, $53,800. And this one, again, this is a $65,000 contract or proposal. And this is going to be for marketing services that we do over the course of 6 months. So again, these are possible for you. And enough of that side of it. I want to jump straight into this because I know your time is valuable. I know you're here specifically to learn how to structure your proposals in such a way that you can start winning big projects like this. So the very first thing we have to talk about is your mindset. I know for me, for the first, I don't even know how many years, lots of years, my mindset around proposals was that they were simply a necessary evil, right? It was this thing that took time away from doing important work. It took time away from meeting with clients or meeting with prospects or doing the actual work, whether that's building websites or doing marketing, right? So step number one is, from a mindset perspective, you cannot view your proposals as a necessary evil, but rather you have to view your proposals as the most powerful marketing tool that you have. So let me say that again. Your proposals, when structured the way I'm going to show you, will become your most powerful marketing tool. No question about it, no doubt about it. So if you want to know how to do that, let's dive in. But first, let me get a quick sip of coffee here. I don't know about you, but coffee is a staple here at Ugly Mug Marketing. All right, so let's dive in. There's going to be 7 core things that you're going to want to make sure that you include in your proposal. So the thing I see so many agency owners do is when they start their proposals, when they work on their proposals, they just really include deliverables and they include the price and maybe some terms around the conditions of working together. And what I'm going to give you are the 7 sections that you're going to have in your proposal if you want to start winning these big projects. So number 1 is the overview. So the overview is going to state exactly what the proposal is about. And there's 3 things that you want to think about when it comes to this section of your proposal. So grab a pen and write these down. Number 1 is that you want to clearly spell out the problem that they're coming to you with. So the problem isn't that they need a website. The problem isn't that they want some marketing. What is the actual problem that they're trying to solve by coming to you for the services? So you want to spell that out. You want to write that out in a way that's crystal clear. So if somebody's coming to you and they want a new website, again, they don't want just a website. They want a new website because the other one's not converting well, because maybe they're adding on e-commerce, which they didn't have before. So you want to be clear about the exact problem that they're having. Next, you're going to briefly talk about the challenge. What is the challenge that they are currently facing because of that problem? So an example of that would be you're here because you want a website, and you want a website because your current website is not converting leads into customers. So the challenge is, because your website is not converting leads into customers, you are unable to grow at the level and at the pace that you want to grow at. That creates a challenge for you, right? In a competitive marketplace, when your competitors are growing at a rapid rate and you're stuck because your website's not converting, that is a challenge. So again, we're going to start with the problem. We're going to go into the challenge. So the problem, the challenge, and then we're going to talk about briefly the solution. The solution is going to be to create a website that is centered and designed and built around one thing and one thing only, and that is getting more conversions. So that is what you're going to put in your overview. Again, super simple. I went into a lot of detail there, but it can literally be done in a paragraph, maybe two. The next section you're going to have would be the functionality and deliverables on your proposal. So most proposals already have this, but if yours doesn't, or if you're new and you're just starting to create proposals, functionality and deliverables simply means what are the exact things that you will be delivering to them. If it's a website, what is the exact functionality of that website? How many pages are going to be on there? What are those pages? Is there any certain special things that are going to happen on those pages, applications or opt-ins or whatever those things may be? We want to spell those out crystal clear. Bullet points here work really well. You don't have to overcomplicate this. You don't have to make it too fancy, anything like that. Just some bullet points. But this matters. This step right here matters the most, because this is where scope creep begins. Say that again. If you've been in the agency business any length of time, you know what scope creep is. It's where the client signs the proposal, you start doing the work, and then they seem to keep adding more and more things. And they tell you that they expected those things to be there. That is scope creep. Scope creep gets removed right here. When you have the functionality and the deliverables spelled out crystal clear, you remove scope creep because you've covered it. You've said exactly what you're delivering in your proposal. The next thing you're going to move into is options. So I want you to think about this. When you give your proposal to someone, you're giving them an option to either sign the proposal or to not sign the proposal. That is the option that you're giving them. But if you put options in your proposal, meaning package A, package B, or package C, you're now shifting that decision from do I sign it or do I not sign it to which of these packages is best going to serve me, best help me solve the problem that I'm here to solve. So having options is so important in your proposals, because it gives your prospects, it gives the people that you're sending your proposals to the ability to choose. This is about choice, to choose something besides just saying yes or no. It gives them a choice. If you don't have options, make sure you're including options in your proposal. The next section is going to be upsells. So when we're talking to people about a website, that's why they came to us, right? They have a problem. They know that their website is the issue and they need that solved. So they come to us because of the website. Well, in the proposal, we may have a package A, package B, package C for the website, but then we can have upsells. So we can have an upsell for social media marketing. We can have an upsell for SEO or PPC campaigns, right? We want to also include an upsell in the proposal. And here's a little insider tip. When you have the upsell, offer an incentive for them to bundle things together. So in other words, if they choose the website, to move forward with the website, whatever package they choose for the website, and they choose an upsell, you're going to give them a discount for combining those two things together, right? We see this all the time with big companies. We see it with cell phone companies when you bundle and save. Same thing applies here. We want to speak to them in such a way where we're giving them the ability to upsell themselves, to add additional things that could benefit them to the cart, if you will, even though it's a proposal. All right, the next thing you're going to want to have in your proposal is scarcity. So you're going to want to have something in the end of your proposal that works like this. It says something along the lines of, as of the time of this proposal, our next available start date will be on the 1st of next month. However, as we move closer to that date may get pushed back even further. So again, one of the mistakes I see agency owners make in the early days is this, that when people sign the proposal, they get started the next day, right? There's this sense of urgency to get things going. And what that does is that communicates to your prospective clients desperation. It communicates that you desperately need their business and that you can start tomorrow. It's kind of like when somebody applies for a job here at our agency. When they say they can start work today or tomorrow, that's sort of a bit of a red flag, right? If you're so happy in your other job and you're such a great employee at your other place of employment, why can you all of a sudden start today or tomorrow? So you don't want to subtly communicate that. The other way that you can communicate scarcity in your proposal is this. You can say, when it comes to working with us, that we have one opening this month. That is it. We only have one opening this month. Now, again, I'm not telling you to make up stuff, but I'm telling you, you have to control your schedule. You have to control your agency in such a way that you're not creating chaos. So if that is indeed a thing, that you have one opening this month, include that in there. And then the final way that you can include scarcity or create scarcity within your proposal is this. You just put an expiration date on your proposal. This proposal is valid through this date. We typically like to go somewhere between 2 weeks and 1 month out. That is the sweet spot for us. And that's going to be based on the conversation that we've had with that prospect along the way. So think about the conversations you've had with your prospect and put an expiration date on your proposal. That will make a huge difference, because scarcity, by default, when they come to you and they're trying to solve this problem, chances are this problem has existed for quite some time, right? Think about your clients, think about all the clients you've served. Chances are when they come to you, they've had this marketing problem or this web problem for quite some time. So we've got to help show them the need and the importance of moving forward quickly. And we can do this through scarcity. And again, this isn't about some made up thing. This is all legitimate, right? There's reasons why we have the scarcity here. It's for their good and it's for our good as well. The next one, and this is so easy to do, and yet so many people leave this out. It's social proof. Let me show you just super quick on one of these proposals how we include social proof in these. So social proof is just other people vouching for you or saying wonderful things about you. And this matters a lot, because when you start dealing with clients at these higher levels, clients who are 5-figure, 6-figure clients, there's a really solid chance that they're not the only person making the decision, right? They're not only ones making the decision. So they're gonna have to hand this off to other people. And when they hand it off to other people, those people haven't had the conversations with you. So you wanna make sure that those other people are actually being sold and being convinced the same way as if you had the conversation with them. So including social proof, which could be testimonials, it could be case studies, it could be references from other people. All of those things build your sales case for you. So on this particular one, we have some testimonials, and then we have case studies they can click and go to. So again, you can see this proposal, it's all about marketing stuff. And so these are all marketing related testimonials about how good we are at marketing. And that is a critical or crucial, I don't know what the right word would be here, but that is a mistake I see so many agency owners making. They think that when they hand the proposal or send the proposal via email to somebody, that that person has to make the decision. But again, when you start getting into 5- and 6-figure proposals, what happens is there's going to be a committee, there's going to be a director, there's going to be a board, a committee that's going to make the decision on your proposal. So you have to ensure that your proposal can do a good job of selling on your behalf, and including social proof will do that. Now, the final ingredient is perceived value. And there's nothing specific that I can point to in the proposal that will show you this. But what I can tell you is that people are always looking for cues and clues as to the value of something. So think about this for a second. If I had a brand new car parked outside, and let's just say that it's a Rolls Royce. I've got a Rolls Royce outside. If you removed all the logos from that, and you were to go also buy a Chrysler 300, remove all the logos from that, and you were to take somebody who's not familiar with cars at all, and you were to say, what's the value between these two vehicles? They're going to have a really difficult time determining which is more expensive and which is least expensive, right? Because you've removed any emblems, you removed any symbols. So they're going to look at things like the leather. They're going to look at things like the wheels. They're going to look at things like, the gauges, all of that type of stuff. And the same is true with your proposal. People are looking for ways to validate the value of your services and the cost associated with your services. So when it comes to perceived value, you have to make sure that your proposal looks really, really, that there's no typos in there, that it matches your brand colors and your brand style guide, and that you have these consistent elements throughout your proposal. So this video is going a bit longer than I hoped it would, but I hope that you will take this and you will run with this information that I've shared with you, that you will start making these tweaks to your proposal and these adjustments to your proposal so that you can start closing these bigger deals. Because here's what I know. It's not because you don't provide great quality service and your work's not amazing. That's not why you're struggling. You're struggling probably to land these big projects simply because the value that you are portraying to your prospective clients isn't clearly being understood by them. Therefore, they don't know how to associate the proper value to your services. So again, take what I've shared with you, start implementing it. Now, here's the thing. If you want additional help, if you want me to go more in depth, I put together a short mini course that takes about an hour to go through, where I literally walk through every single step and I go in depth into each of the steps in creating your proposal. Not only that, but I actually give you the proposal template. So you can literally just steal our proposal template. Obviously, you need to change it so that it's your language, your wording, your colors, all of that kind of stuff. But I give all that to you. So click the link below if that is of interest to you. And on that page, it will walk you through how to actually get the course. Again, it's a mini course. I don't believe in creating long courses just for the sake of creating long content. It's power packed. It's about an hour long. It's got all the templates, everything you need to quickly transform your proposals. And here's what I'm confident in, because I've seen it time and time again. When you start portraying your agency in the right way, you will start winning the projects that you deserve. So thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. Hope it was immensely beneficial. And if you're ready to go to that next level, if you want me to guide you in depth on how to change your proposal and ultimately change your agency and your life, click the link, grab a copy of it, and dive in. Thanks.